What is thy bidding, my master?
There is a great disturbance in the Force.
It seems John Boyega is calling Star Wars fans racist.
There's a thing called racial consciousness that we should be very proud of and very active in.
If you say so, Lord Vader.
But we must avoid racial conceit.
Yes.
We envy white people. Not their color, but their advantage.
You keep saying we. Who are you referring to, Lord Vader?
African Americans.
I didn't know you were black.
You know, I'm a man of color, but...
Good God. Next you'll be telling me you're gay, Lord Vader. Well, this just got rather awkward.
What's on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and it shouldn't surprise you that yet another Disney star is coming out of the literal woodwork right now to call all of you fans terrible people. I'm actually 100% serious. John Boyega, who had a token role, in his opinion, in Star Wars, rather than be thankful for the opportunity and support Star Wars, has basically spent every day since starring in that film and getting a gigantic paycheck to do so, whining and complaining about white people, claiming that the Star Wars fandom is evil, they hate black people, even though people love Lando Calrissian, Samuel L. Jackson, and many other characters in the Star Wars universe. But it's not enough. You know, John Boyega had a ton of screen time, but it just wasn't enough. Before we get to his insane insult, I want to give a huge shout out to this video's sponsor, Aura. The Bank of America has recently announced a data breach, and here's what's really disturbing. They didn't tell anyone for months. On average, it takes a company 277 days to report a breach. Your personal data could have been exposed for months, and you're just hearing about it now. This isn't even the first breach that Bank of America has announced this year alone. Last year, Citigroup and JP Morgan Chase both announced breaches. Your bank could get breached right now, and you could be months away from learning about it. Do you want to give the criminals a 9-month head start? That's why it's really important to me to be talking about today's sponsor, Aura, a product I use and I trust with my personal security. Aura alerts me if they find my phone number, email, or social security number anywhere on the dark web. They're going to let me know real fast if anyone tries to access information to my account, my credit cards, or my bank accounts. Plus, they give me up to $5 million in identity theft insurance should the worst happen. They also provide a bunch of other features to keep you safe online. You can go to my link at aura.com/thequartering or check the link in the description below. You get a 14-day free trial. That's going to be enough time for you to find out if give Aura time to find out if any of your personal data has been exposed. You'll learn about it before one of these companies is forced to notify you. Free credit monitoring after the fact is what a lot of these companies offer. That's like installing security cameras after your house was robbed. I get it. There's so many data breaches. You know, your social security number might as well be written on the bathroom wall. But this is an important step to stay safe. I'm not leaving myself or my family vulnerable to these data breaches, and you don't want to do that either. Go to aura.com/thequartering to try 2 weeks free. Link in the description below. Now let's go to this wonderful John Boyega link. It's just, who doesn't like to hear this crap from somebody that we pay a lot of money to? You know, isn't it great when, you know, John Boyega can come out and have such a great career option, a great career opportunity, but instead he decides to use his newly found platform to blame white people for something. Here he is. These are his own words. I'm not taking them out of context.
Pandering. Let me tell you, Star Wars always had the vibe of being in the most whitest elite space. Like, this franchise is so white that it's like a black person existing in that was something. And you can always tell it's something.
There were a lot of, I mean, it wasn't just white characters in Star Wars. There were a lot of different alien creatures, and there were different, you know, there's Asian people. I mean, the fact that you look at everything through the lens of race is a you problem. There are a ton of black Star Wars fans that don't have any problem being offended. This goes back to the same ridiculous fallacy where, like, I need to see myself in something to enjoy it. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was one of my all-time favorite shows growing up. And that was neither rich, living in a mansion, nor black. It is one of the dumbest fallacies. You know, you could look at Family Matters. Love that show. wasn't black. My dad wasn't a cop. I didn't have to see myself in those characters to enjoy them. This is a fallacy that diversity, equity, and inclusion people push to justify, replacement of existing actors with more different color variety.
When some Star Wars fans try to say, well, we had Lando Calrissian and had Samuel L. Jackson, it's like...
You did, right? By the way, Samuel L. Jackson as a Jedi was dumb. Anyway.
Telling me how many cookie chips are on the cookie dough. I'm like, bro, they just scattered that in there, bro. They're okay with us playing the best friend. But once we touch their heroes, once we lead, once we trailblaze, it's like, oh my God, it's just a bit too much.
Name anybody who said that. By the way, what lead role did you have? Lando Calrissian was, he's probably not the star, but he was definitely a minor. He wasn't exactly wasn't like a cameo. And Lando appears, throughout Star Wars lore. And I don't think there was anybody racing to say that Lando was a token. This is new. You say, I refuse to be lectured about racism by someone who hates white people. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I mean, Boyega's calling out the truth. Too many fans are too quick to attack anyone who doesn't fit the Star Wars narrative. Completely ratioed. 2015, you're a racist. Wait, what? 2015, you're a racist. F off. I mean, there's nothing memorable about John Boyega's character other than his whinging and complaining about white people. John Boyega says Star Wars is so white that a black person existing in it is a big deal. Toxic fans are okay with us playing the friend, but we can't touch their heroes. How would you even know that, John Boyega? How would you know that? How would you know? You're just being racist. I mean, this article is insane. John Boyega called out Star Wars for being so white during an interview as part of a new Apple TV original documentary called The Number One on the Call Sheet, Black Leading Men in Hollywood. Boyega debuted... get out of here. There are a million beloved black leads. Will Smith, nobody seems to care that he attacked somebody on stage. Let's see. Tracy Morgan, Denzel Washington, Wesley Snipes. There are dozens and dozens of black male leads, and this dude's out here still whining and complaining and saying that he's not getting his opportunities. Maybe it's a you problem, John Boyega. I mean, the fact that they're making a documentary about how you are not getting work, and the only thing you can blame is white people, maybe you should look inward. Maybe your performance in Star Wars really wasn't that good. I just don't get it. Boyega first aired his grievances in GQ magazine in 2020 about Disney fumbling of diversity in Star Wars trilogy. He said, at that time, what I would say to Disney is do not bring out a black character, market them to be much more important in the franchise than they are, and then have them pushed to the side. So he's still salty that he didn't get enough screen time. That's all this is about. He's still being a straight up baby back bitch about not getting enough screen time. That's 100% what all of this is about. He doesn't care about black leads. He cares about, well, I didn't get enough screen time. You guys know what to do with Daisy Ridley. You knew what to do with Adam Driver. Yeah, both better actors than you. Boyega continued, but when it came to Kelly Marie Tran, why, she was fine. When it came to John Boyega, you knew F all. So what do you want me to say? What they want me to say is I enjoyed being part of it. It was a great experience. Nah, I'll take the deal when it comes to a great experience. They gave all the nuance to Adam Driver and all the nuance to Daisy Ridley. Let's be honest. Daisy knows this. Adam knows this. Everybody knows this. I'm not exposing anything. Boyega then later whined to The Hollywood Reporter that a Disney executive reached out to him following the GQ interview. He said that he had a very honest and transparent conversation with the Disney executive and added that there was a lot of explaining on their end in terms of the way they saw things. They gave me a chance also to explain what my experience was like. I hope that me being open with my career at this stage would help the next man. The guy that wants to be an assistant DOP, the guy that wants to be a producer. I mean, give me a break. Nobody cares here. John Boyega slams racist Star Wars fans. Once we touch their heroes, it's pandering. How would you even know that? I don't even how would John Boyega even know that? He was not a main character in that movie. Are you saying that Disney was going to make you? Are you saying that you had a much bigger part? You know, are you saying that they told you that you were going to be the star, and then that the fandom said that they weren't going to accept you? He's ascribing all this bad behavior with zero evidence of it. This guy is obsessed with race. Slams. Okay, it's their best friend. It's pandering. Black men have starred in many movies, you moron. I mean, are you joking right now? Are you... Carl Weathers is beloved. There's tons of... what are you talking about? You absolute nitwit. Anything this guy sees is off my list now. It's not because he's black. It's because because he himself seems to be racist. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it. Don't forget to check out the video sponsor, and we'll talk to you again real soon.